I posted my first YouTube short on my main channel on January 6, 2021, not long after the new feature had been launched, and in that time, I've made about 50 of them. Here's what I've noticed. The first thing I noticed, of course, was that there were a lot of people who simply despised them. I've always found this reaction to be puzzling. If you don't like YouTube shorts or 1-hour podcast videos or 360-degree videos, that used to be a thing, or YouTube stories or YouTube community posts or live streams, it's a simple matter just to not watch these things. But in this day and age, our displeasure of even the most minor of pet peeves must be publicly stated. And yes, I'm aware of the paradox of me commenting about this. Thankfully, by now, most people who don't like shorts have learned to not click on them. In fact, when I do get one of those salty comments now, I kind of wonder where that person has been over the past year. They're a little bit late to the complain game. And speaking of being late to the game, I'm glad I started with shorts a year ago when I did, because getting started now has got to be an uphill climb. 6 months ago, it was a lot easier to gain traction and get views than it is today. There's a lot of competition out there unless you can find something unusual or unique that people outside your regular audience will respond to. And that's the main thing I've learned. Shorts are not for people who follow or subscribe your channel. They're for the wild outside world of YouTube proper. Shorts are only successful when they're viewed mostly by people who have never heard of me or seen my videos. So what makes for a successful short? One that YouTube promotes on the shorts shelf? That's the question most YouTubers are trying to figure out. I've experimented with a lot of different approaches. The worst performers are clips from longer videos. YouTube seems to have a sense when you're trying to repurpose content. And woodworking quick tips. These appeal to too specific of an audience. That same woodworking tip padded out to 2 minutes seems to be more effective as a regular video. Vlog style, hey guys, here's what I'm up to content also seems to get very few views. And it makes sense because YouTube stories are specifically suited for that. By the way, does anybody actually watch YouTube stories? On my channel, the shorts that get millions of views all have one thing in common: controversy. Sometimes it's unintentional, like when I demonstrated how to cope baseboards and most of the comments said it's a waste of time to cope baseboards. Or the controversy is kind of intentional, like when I shoot videos in front of this Halloween project. Half of the comments are from superstitious people warning me that I'm gonna burn in hell. Controversy compels people to leave a comment, and that kind of passion is what YouTube calls engagement. People interacting with your video. YouTube absolutely loves this, and these videos have a snowball effect of gaining views. But those are all the outliers. The sweet spot for my short seems to be the ones that get between 200 and 500,000 views. And these are the ones that I most like making. I research the topics and spend time carefully writing a script that'll make viewers think or learn something they didn't know. My favorite example of somebody who does this really well is the shorts made by my friend JJ McCullough. They're all thought-provoking, interesting, well-written, and well-produced. JJ really understands this medium. Another good example is Maddie Benedetto from Unnecessary Inventions, who's just killing it with shorts. The 60-second format is absolutely perfect for showcasing his ridiculous 3D printed inventions. They're funny, well-timed, well-paced, and well-produced. So back in May of last year, I posted a video on this channel about shorts. I predicted that Google would start to index them, and I wanted to create a library of quick answers to simple questions. Well, I've changed my mind on this, and I no longer see the value in using this format, well, the shorts format, for expecting to show up in searches. In fact, I no longer believe that showing up in search should be a priority for any YouTube video anymore. At least, it shouldn't be a priority for someone wanting to grow a channel, but this is a big topic that I'll save for another video. The other interesting thing I've noticed is how YouTube has separated the shorts from the longs. On the home feed of mobile devices, shorts only show up on the shorts shelf, not in the regular feed. They do, however, show up in the subscription feed since that tab has no shorts shelf. And the same is the case for desktop YouTube. The shorts only appear in the sub box. There's no shorts shelf on desktop. So getting blessed with exposure on the shorts shelf is super important. YouTube shorts are not yet monetized beyond the YouTube Shorts Fund, which, at least for me, pays out a couple $100 a month. There's no formula for this, and you don't have to be a YouTube partner to be eligible. The payouts are different. You get a email telling you that you have to claim your bonus every month, and if you don't claim it by a certain date, you lose it. And YouTube has separated the analytics of regular videos from shorts. All in all, I can tell that YouTube has rolled out shorts very carefully so that it wouldn't mess too much with the existing ecosystem. Because let's face it, long videos that they can run multiple ads on is really YouTube's bread and butter. I guess the lesson here is to think of shorts as their own thing. They aren't regular YouTube videos and they aren't TikTok. They aren't even the right fit for every channel or every YouTuber, but I think if your job is making YouTube videos, you need to explore everything new and not be afraid to try the new features. And if you're a YouTube viewer, don't be too quick to dismiss things that are new. YouTube is all about change. The way it looked in 2010 was a lot different than how it looked in 2014, and the way it looks today is tons different than it looked in 2014. Shorts aren't going to replace regular videos, but they're a fun and interesting format to explore, at least for now.